When a child loses a parent, adults have a really hard time finding the words to comfort them or explain that loss. Jamie Tafoya has lived that experience, and she is now helping others, and she's with her son, Jonah, today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, hi. We talked a little bit before we started about Judy's House, which we know a lot about Judy's House. It's for grieving families.
Yes.
It's really focused on kids, but also for parents as well, to talk about grief. And it sounds like you guys had a great experience at Judy's House.
We did. Judy's House was one that we didn't know about, because you don't know about it until you need it, is kind of how that works, I think. But we had to get on a waiting list, which, that tells you how needed it is. So we waited for about 9 months, unfortunately, just because of the need here in Colorado. And so once we got in there, it was great. We did group therapy. We met other parents, other kids that had been through the same experience we had, or the same type of death. So if that makes sense, this book is, I don't know if it's okay to say this, but it's centered on, it's about suicide, a suicide loss. And so Judy's House does a great job of getting people, they get you in the group that makes sense for your loss. So you're in, good company with others who have the same experience.
I love the book. I love the name. I'm small, but I lost someone big. You lost your dad, huh, Jonah?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's a really hard thing to talk about, but I think it's important you talk about him too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because he was a huge person in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that's what you're kind of hoping the book is going to reach people to realize. The kids do want to talk about these things, and we should address it.
Right, they do, and we should address it. And there's so much that leaving them kind of in silence and in confusion and not having any of those answers is so much, I believe it to be so much worse for them. They're already experiencing something so hard. And I think with Jonah, I mean, it was some of the hardest conversations I've ever had in my life. And
some of the hardest conversations I have in my life.
Right. And so, but we did them, and then, we're better for it because it's out there and we can talk about it.
And I think it's so important, Jonah, for you too, because you're going to have friends in the future that are going to need to have someone to talk to, and you're going to be that person that's going to be able to talk to them. And that must feel pretty good. You're about to go into 5th grade next year?
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's great. Good for you. Is there an overreaching message that you would have for anybody out there? Because we're going to tell people how they can get the book, but I think there's a lot of people that are in your spot.
Yes.
What's the thing you would hope people would say or do? One, I think you're probably going to say, go get some help.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most important things, and something I learned from Judy's House and just from the experience, was to be honest, be direct, but also be age appropriate. But your child wants to hear from you. If you're a caregiver, if you're a parent, you're the person they look to, and so you set the tone, really, and telling them the truth means so much to them. And showing your emotion, because you're going to have emotion, so there's no reason to hide it. I think any emotion you're having is valid, and I think it's good to show it to them because they need to see you experiencing the emotion too.
You can't hide your own grief while you're trying to help
Correct.
somebody else.
Correct.
Jonah, what do you think of your mom?
I love her.
She's pretty great.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this book? The illustrations are outstanding. What do you hope other kids will hear or think when they see this book?
That they'll just know that they're not alone if they lost a parent or somebody, a loved one.
You said it beautifully. I know this book launches today, right?
It does.
How can anybody get this book?
Sure, Amazon. It's on Amazon today. It's on my website too, jamietafoya.com. But yeah, it's out there. It's available, and we're so happy that it is and that we can help people with it.
Jamie, Jonah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We can't forget it. I'm small, but I lost somebody big. Thank you. You're helping a lot of folks. Thank you.
Thank you.